everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of the Gibraltar Challenge, and an absolutely huge match here. The league's looking pretty shifty at the moment, although Europa FC have had a couple of bad results of recent, and we are only 2 points behind them now in the league, with 5 games left, so it's looking pretty tight. But if we do not win the league, we do not get a Champions League spot, our best chance at European football is to win this Rock Cup. Now, we're taking on Europa FC in the I think this is the quarterfinals. Yes, it is the quarterfinals. The winner goes through to face Angels in the semi-finals. I really think the winner of this match will go on to win the whole competition. But we are actually favourites for this one as well. Now, I've gone for a bit more of a defensive lineup this time. We're being had quite a bit on retaining possession and being overrun in midfield. So I thought we'd go for this. It's a little bit different to what we normally do. I've dropped back a defensive midfielder and dropped one of my strikers back to be an attacking midfielder, just to try and retain possession a bit better. So let's have a quick look at the team. We've got McDonald in goal, Callum McDonald. Obviously a pretty key player for us this season. They've been doing really well. Left back we have Alan Pons, who one of our summer signings, who's done pretty well for us. He's only had 7 games, one in the Rock Cup as well, one in the Senior Cup. He's been pretty solid, but he has had a bad injury for a lot of the season. Steve Cooper remains at centre-back, one of our key players as well. Really good player. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this guy develops in the next few years. Alongside him, we have Christopher Remarino, one of our signings in January, but did used to play for the club a few years back before we actually started, and he's been very good for us this season. On the right-hand side, we have Ashley Riley, one of our January transfers again. Doesn't have the best of technical stats, but his physical stats and mental stats more than cover for that. In the defensive midfield spot, we're going to have Aloin Gonzalez, a very good young Spanish player who we've used quite a bit this season. Well, actually, we haven't used him that much. He's had 11 appearances overall, so he's been in and out of the team, but he's been playing pretty well for us. On the left, of course, we've got Neil Montegriffo with his 6 assists and 3 goals so far this season. A really good player, one of our summer signings. In the middle, of course, Tristan Sargent, an absolute beast of a player. He's one of our best players. Look at them stats. So many greens. Only 20 years of age as well. He's done really well. Average rating of 7.3 in 20 games. That's a massive amount for us. On the right-hand side, of course, good old Frank Evans again. 7.31 in 21 games. 9 assists for this guy. He has been absolutely outstanding. One of the guys for our academy last year. Talking of the academy, one of this year's academy breakthrough, should we call him, Lewis Stevens. Only 15 years of age, and this is going to be his 4th professional match for us already. Average rating of 7.77. He's had a man of the match and an assist already. And today, instead of playing his less favoured midfielder role, he's going to be playing in his favoured attacking midfield. So wonder whether that might make him a little bit more dangerous, maybe. And then, of course, up front, we have the beast that is Hulk with his 12 goals in 20 games so far this season, really helping us out. Now, they've gone for a pretty much defensive side as well. They're not going for 4-4-2 like I think they normally do. They've dropped one guy back into the attacking midfield spot. Guys to look out for, of course, their striker, Trujillo. He's scored a couple of goals for Gibraltar of recent as well. He's going to be one of their main guys to break down. This defender here, Sam Bruno, is very good as well, especially for this league. But he is 38, and that's one of the things I've noticed about Europa FC. They've got some very good players, but they're all quite advanced in age. So I think, although we're really struggling against them this season, I think as the game goes on, we're going to slowly take over them, I think. But let's see how we get on in this one. Let's tell them to give the fans something to cheer today. I don't want to really give them too much stress. Let's tell them passionately we have faith in them all, because we do. And so far we've got everyone green apart from Lewis Stevens. Lewis Stevens done his best to try and rebel against us at every opportunity so far. He was the last person to sign a contract, which meant he missed a game that I really wanted to play him in. And he's the only player who's not happy. Of course he is, as you can see, 77 condition. That's because he's recently played a reserves match. I sort of buggered up the fixtures a little bit, and I wasn't overly clever on seeing that the reserves game was only 2 days before this. So I don't think he's going to last the whole game, but hopefully we're going to get as much out of him as we can before he weakens. Of course, if you look at his stats, he's got really good vision, really good passing, so I think he's going to be an absolute monster for assists for us. So that's what we're looking for. And here he is on the ball now, playing the pass through to Hulk, and it looks like it is us on the attack. An early goalie would be fantastic. Like I said, the Rock Cup, the winner of this, does get a place in the Europa League, and we really need to get into Europe this season just to try and get a bit of extra cash and try and build up our reputation. Montegriffo's in the box with the ball, crosses it in. There's Hulk, and there's a goal already, 3 minutes in, and Europa Point lead against Europa FC. Oh, I'm very, very happy with this. Very happy indeed. If we can hold on to this the whole way through the match. It's going to be fantastic. We're only, well, if we win the next game, we're in the finals. Of course, if the winner of the league also wins this competition, then the Europa League spot drops into the league for second place. So if we do lose this match, which I'm hoping we don't now, is 1-0 up. If we do go on to lose this match, then it will mean that if Europa FC go through to win the whole thing, then we will take Europa League from the league position of second, hopefully. But like I said, Europa FC's had a couple of dodgy matches of recent in the league. They haven't won in 2. They've lost 1 and drew 1. Trio's through, and he can't get the equaliser. Yeah, they've lost 1 and drew 1 in the last 2 games, which means they are now only 2 points ahead of us with 5 games left in the league. I think we need to win all 5 games, to be brutally honest, to stand much of a chance, because Europa FC are a fantastic team. They're not going to drop that many points. If they do drop a couple, we really need to be on point, if you excuse the pun. We need to be on point and to really just pounce upon that. So I think we win all 5 games. That's going to be our best chance. Hulk. Oh, it's off the angle. I thought we were going to be 2-0 up then within 6 minutes. See, I'm surprised. We've had pretty hit and miss matches against Europa FC so far this season. We've done really well in a couple. We were really poor in our first one. We lost 4-1 in the opening match of the season against them, so we were poor in that one. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, transfer-wise, behind the scenes, I've made a couple of offers, and I've already made a few, well, not necessarily signings, because they don't come in until the summer. There is Trujillo with the equaliser. Told you he was a dangerous player. Yeah, we've got a couple of guys already signed up to come in the summer. I probably won't get into that until we get to the end of the year, and I can show you exactly who they are. But I will tell you now, they are very good players that are really going to help our team. They are all Gibraltarian players as well. I've got some of the best young players in Gibraltar coming to us. Some players from Lincoln Red Imps and a few players like that. So we're really going to have a stronger team going into next season. That's what we need to do. We need to keep developing every year. But getting European football could really give us the boost in cash we need. And the boost in reputation as well, to maybe bring in a couple of bigger players from around the world just to make our team stronger. Because we really need to start to dominate Gibraltar first. Once we dominate Gibraltar, oh God, we're 2-1 down. We went 1-0 up and they've turned it around. Yeah, we really need to start to dominate Gibraltar first. Once we dominate Gibraltar, we can start to get stronger and stronger in Europe. And then once we get the money, we can start to really invest in some top level players. But as you can see, we're not going to dominate in Gibraltar as of yet. I think there's another year or 2 of building before we can really dominate. We might win the league. Who knows? But to be an actual dominant force is going to be a little bit more tricky. But of course, this match is not over yet. We're only 2-1 down. There's still 3/4 of the game left. There's still a chance we could come back and win this one. Lewis Stevens' energy is dropping substantially now. He's down to 64%, 63% now. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep him on for too much longer. He probably won't last much of the second half, but because we're losing 2-1, we might have to just bring on Cortez and go back to a 4-4-2 formation. But we are on the attack now. Gonzalez plays it forward to Stevens, but it's kicked out by San Bruno, and the big clearance is broken through to Trujillo. Don't go 3-1 up. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. We were lucky there, lads. We're lucky. Now let's take advantage of our luck. Maybe we should go to a more standard. We're attacking, and it might be affecting us a little bit. Let's boost up the old tempo of the game. Let's play a little bit wider. Closing down. We want to close down a lot. Let's be really, really attacking to him. Let's get straight on. We're going to look for the overlap. And we're going to try and exploit the flanks as well, because we've got 2 really good wide players. Lewis Stevens has picked up a knock and he's gone down to 37%. Are we going to have to take him off at half time here? I think we might have to, you know. We're going to have to take him off. Let's just say we're not being good enough, as the assistant manager says. I'm going to leave him on for a couple of minutes. I know that might be a really bad idea, but if it's only a knock, sometimes the percentage starts to go back up again. If we can get another 15 minutes out of him, and then if we're still down at 2-2, if we're still down at 2-1, sorry, we'll bring on Cortez. If it goes to 2-2, we might have to think about maybe bringing on another midfielder instead, just to try and solidify that midfield position. If it's 3-1, then we're in major trouble. Akrapovic into Moya. Now, the one thing I really don't like about Europa FC is if you look at their squad, and the trio does score the goal. If you look at their squad, they don't have a lot of Gibraltarian players, apart from Apart from obviously the striker, Trio, who's just scored against us again, there's not a lot of Gibraltarian players. They're all Spanish, which obviously you would be in this part of the world. Should I go for Poacher for Isaac Cortez, and Holt can be a target man? And we bring, I think we do bring Gonzalez slightly forward, and maybe bring on a free one. Let's bring on Tony Ball, and let's play him there. Is he not like... I thought Tony Ball's okay attacking midfield. He seems to be okay. He wants to be a shadow striker as his best position. Let's do that. Let's just try and attack them now then, because we're 3-1 down. What we've got to lose? It's a cup match. We haven't got to worry about goal difference. Let's just absolutely pummel them and see what happens. That's going to be the key, I think. Let's go to controlling. Let's go to fluid. Let's give the guys a chance to express themselves. We need 2 goals. Oh, we've only had 3 shots to their 10. We're not doing very well. Like I say, it's very hit and miss whenever we play against Europa FC. Either we do really well or we do really badly. There's no middle ground. We've defeated them quite convincingly sometimes. They've defeated us quite convincingly as well. And it doesn't look too good at the moment. We're up to 70 minutes. Do we want to go? Oh, let's see what happens here first. Pons has got the throw in. Sends it into Cortez. Cortez back to Monty Griffo. It's tackled by Rodlan. Up to Trujillo. And this could be bad for us. Trujillo hits a long ball to nobody really. McDonald's going to get a hold of it. Callum McDonald, the goalkeeper. Plays a big long ball up. It's headed clear, but it's back to Cooper. Cooper plays it forward to Cortez, but Marino just takes Cortez out. Is that not a foul, referee? Is that not a foul? Trujillo plays the ball through to Dovnjak. Let's hope we don't come against him too often. Oh, and there's the 4th. Oh, it's not good at all, is it? It's not good at all. We're not going to get 3 goals and equalise this now, are we? It doesn't look that way. It was just lucky, really, when Sargent just hasn't got the tackling ability, really, and Trujillo scores his hat-trick as well. I told at the beginning of the game he was going to be a dangerous player against us, and I seem to have shot myself in the foot by saying that. Santos goes for the cross. Can we get one back? Hulk. Can you see the run of Cortez? He does. Cortez is in. Can he make it 4-2? He misses. Oh my God, Isaac Cortez. We're not going to get many chances in this game, and that was one of them. Ball plays it forward, and it's cleared by San Bruno. We're really being outclassed here. Everything we just try is getting broken up at the back, and they're just walking straight through us like a knife through butter. I think, is going attacking a good idea? Are we going to lose 6-1? I think, I don't know. Let's drop back to control. Go in attacking. We're not going to win this game now. We're 4-1 down with... there's a chance we could win it, but I just don't want to end up losing another goal and end up ruining our morale going towards the end of the season. Santos plays it into Javi Fernandez, into Trujillo, and there we go. Oh, God. Let's go to counter-attacking. We're not going to win this game. I just don't want to concede any more goals. Let's bring Ball back into the middle. Across into Evans. And this is it's been disappointing. It was going to happen at some point. But I'd much rather take a loss against them in the Cup and then beat them in the league. We want to get into the Champions League. That's going to be our target now. We're not going to win the Cup. So let's go for the league title. Let's go for it. We've got 5 games left in the season. We'll have 2 matches in this episode. Then we'll do another episode with the last 3 matches of the season. It's going to be really tight. It really is. Like I say, they're 2 points ahead of us at the moment with 5 games left. It really could go either way, I suppose. If they drop any points, we haven't got to play them again. That's a bit of a shame. But if they drop any points, we need to pounce on it. They've dropped points in the last 2 league games. There's no reason why they can't continue to do so. Now, Monty Griffo down the left-hand side plays it into Cortez, and Cortez still can't score. Fernandez Perez saves it. One person I'm really disappointed with is Michael Luke, a player that we've seen quite a lot of in the last few episodes. We brought him in, and he looked a fantastic player when we first brought him in. He scored 3 goals in 2 games off camera for me. Then as soon as I brought him in on camera, he just seemed to go camera shy. He's just not done well at all since then, which is a real shame. I really want to try and get the best out of him. So I don't know whether it's going to be a case of just writing this season off for him and then just going for it again next year. We're going to go aggressive and say we're not happy because that was embarrassing. It really was. 5-1 loss. Granted, it's my fault for going to attack him, but Antonio Trujillo... Oh no, he's actually Spanish. He's not the Trujillo that plays for Gibraltar. But look, he's fantastic compared to the others. And he won't sign for us, okay. He's fantastic compared to some of the other people in this league. No wonder they're dominating so far. Right, well, let's get into... Let's have a quick look at our schedule for this episode and next episode. Right, so here we go. We've got 5 matches left. Lincoln Red Imps is going to be a difficult one. That's our next game coming up. Then we've got St. Joseph's again, and then a difficult game. Lynx and Glasses should be pretty easy. They're both pretty low down the league. And then Man 62. You might think that's an easy game, but if you look up here, the last time we played Man 62, we lost 2-1. The other time we played against Man 62, we lost 1-0. So we've actually lost every game so far against Man 62. We actually lost to Glasses as well. We lost to Glasses there in the league. That was the cup. Then we lost to Glasses up here as well. So maybe it's not as easy as I think. Lynx we've defeated 1-0 and 3-0. So we're pretty much over Lynx. Man 62 at the moment they are the team our bogey team. That's the phrase. There's the league. As you can see, 5 games left. We're 2 points beneath Europa FC. We're pretty firm in second now. We really want Europa FC to go forward and win the Rock Cup now, because if they do that, then the Europa League spot will be for second place if Europa FC do not win the league. No, if they do win the league and they win the Rock Cup, Europa League will be second place. So that could be very, very important for us. So we need to actually support Europa FC now, which, in fairness, they should go forward and actually win the Cup now. There's no reason why not. The strongest team in us is now out. So it really should be quite easy for them. But enough of my chatting along. Let's get straight into this match against Lincoln Red Imps. And here we go, this next match of the episode. This is a big one because this would put us top of the table, if only for a short amount of time. But that psychological factor could really help us out this season. We've got 5 games left, 2 points beneath Europa FC. We are taking on third place Lincoln Red Imps. Apart from these, the rest of the matches should be fairly straightforward, I'm worried to say, but let's see how we get on. We've gone back to the trusted 4-4-2 formation. Player-wise, we've brought Barry Green in goal, just to give him a game, really. He's not had a lot of the football of recent. Defence is completely unchanged. Midfield, we've got Monty Griffiths still at left. Sergeant Evans comes back into the middle, and we've got Tony Ball on the right-hand side. Then up front, we've got Hulk and Cortez. They're playing a very attacking formation with this player here in the middle. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. This player, is this John McDonald? Yes. This player, John McDonald, will be joining us next season. He's already agreed a pre-contract. His contract ends with Lincoln Red Imps this season, so he's joining us. Great work, great and teamwork, and all that sort of shebang. So he's going to be a great asset to us. Let's get a scout report of him. Not a scout report of him. Let's assign a scout from the scouting report. Let's get a couple of weeks worth of looking at him just to see how good his stats actually really are. But I saw him on. We've signed him up, as well as this guy right here, Steve Foster, also signed up for us for next season. So 2 signings already from one of our rival clubs in the league. So that's really going to help us out next year. There is a couple more that are in the bag as well. But like I say, I won't get into them until the end of the season when they officially come through and they are signed. But it's going to be interesting to play against these guys. Just to see, get a rough idea of what we're going to get next year. I'm hoping we don't get too much of an idea of what we're going to get next year, because we really need to win this game to stay on top of our future, shall we say, because we need to win all of our last... If we win all of our last 5 games, I've got a feeling that we're going to be looking pretty good to win the league. We need to get a lot of goals as well, though, just in case goal difference might become an issue, which is a possibility. We need an early goal, because if we score an early goal, we generally go on to play quite well. If we don't score early, the longer the game goes, the more difficult it is. And there we go, Isaac Cortez with a goal after 3 minutes and 40 seconds. But of course, remember, we did score after 3 minutes in the last game. And remember how that went out for us. And there's the goal. Monty Griffith with the cross. And Isaac Cortez volleys it into the back of the net. That's what we needed. We've got the lead. This would cement us in second place, I would imagine, for sure. I pretty much think second place is cemented anyway, but this would just put the final nail in the coffin for Lincoln Red Imps. So yeah, this would really cement our place in that. And it might give us a pretty good chance of catching, of course, the league leaders, Europa FC, who did absolutely hammer us 5-1 in the last game. But I think some of that might have been my fault. I tried to go attacking towards the end to get a goal back, and we just got caught on the break and conceded more. So that probably doesn't give a fair representation of the game. If we'd left it in the same formation, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. Nolan clears, but only as far as Monty Griffo. Back to Pons, who I'm trying to get to sign a new contract because his contract expires at the end of this year, but he doesn't want to sign because he only recently signed for the club, or he's not happy, I think, one of those two. I think he's not happy because he hasn't had many games, but then again, he's been injured for a chunk of it. So we're going to get a lot more football out. In the next 5 games, hopefully, we'll play him every game, and then he'll sign a new contract for us. The only other person I'm waiting to sign a new contract is Remarino. That's more of a glitch in the game, though, because he doesn't want to sign a contract because he's only recently signed a contract. I could only sign him up to the end of the season in January. That's all he would take. But now he doesn't want to sign a new contract because he's only just recently signed. So at the end of the season, he again is going to become a free agent. But hopefully we can lock him in before the end of the year. And it's the same with Joseph, the left back as well. We don't really want to lose either of those two players because they're fantastic assets. Now Tony Ball coming forward. What can we get in this game? We like I said, we need to get the 3 points for definite. That's our first. And we need to get a few goals as well. Cortez is offside. We need to get a few goals as well, because let's have a quick look at the league table. I don't know what the goal difference is at the moment. We are ahead on goal difference by 2, so that's going to be pretty good for us. Of course, one of them is from this game. Ball with a cross collected by Raul Navas. Now, we are dominating the game, so we really need to take advantage of this now. We need to take advantage of our dominance, just so we can really start to what's the words I'm saying? Start to put this game to bed, really. Because I think we're going to struggle if we don't. Evans plays it forward to Ball, plays it back into Cortez, but it's not a very good pass. And Foster picks it up. Now Foster clears it out to Guerrero. We don't want to concede a goal now, lads. We've got the lead. We do not want to concede a goal now. Jake, it's John McDonald, I think it is. Our new player is coming in next season. It's out to Gill. Gill crosses it in and it's saved. Well done, Barry Green. You may have just saved us there. The problem is if we concede a goal, that's when there could be a problem. Hulk now. Oh, great ball up. Hulk using his target man ability there to bring it down to Cortez, who plays it back to Evans. To Tony Ball, who takes it past the right back like he's not even there. Now Tony Ball with a cross. It's headed clear by Walter, but only as far as Sargent. Sargent plays it into Hulk, and there's the goal. 2-0 up now, away from home, which is technically still home here in Gibraltar, against Lincoln Red Imps, the team second in the league. Like I said, or third in the league, should I say. Like I said, we really want to boost up our goal difference in this one as well, just in case goal difference does come into it. Because if we do win all of our remaining games, and Europa FC win 4 and draw 1, the league will come down to goal difference. So that could be something we need to keep an eye on. Like I said, we've got a goal difference of plus 22. They've got plus 19. So we're looking better at the moment. Of course, they have a game in hand, but if they drew that game in hand, that would be absolutely amazing. If they drew that game in hand, it would be a straight foot race to the end of the season, just scoring as many goals as possible. It would just be amazing. Talking of goals, we've got another attack here before half-time. Pons to Monty Griffo. Monty Griffo plays it in. Cortez now, great save by Raul Navas at his near post. I've got a feeling that wasn't going in the back of the net, though, tell the truth. I think that might have been going wide. Monty Griffo with a corner. And Foster heads it clear for another corner. Right, what can Monty Griffo do on this side now? It's headed clear by Wells. We're not doing very well at set pieces at the moment. We've not got a lot of very good crosses of the ball. Now, Monty Griffo and Evans are doing pretty well out on the wings. But yeah, we need to probably get some better crosses. So now Frank Evans is amazing out on the right hand side, so he hasn't got a massive crossing ability either. As his crossing is only 5, but he really does, like I say, 9 assists. So he really has been a fantastic player. I did want to play Will Stevens in this one again, but he got injured in the last game. He's only going to be out for a couple of weeks, so he will make it back probably for the next episode for those last 3 important games of the season. We could probably do with him. Like I said, he's still a fairly young player. He's not really made a massive impact in the first team first, but I really think that with his stats, where they are high in vision, high in teamwork, high in passing, he's going to be an assist machine for us in that centre midfield spot. Oh, Monty Griffo struggling. Let's take him off the pitch. Don't want to risk him getting injured now. Joseph is on the bench. We'll bring Joseph on for Monty Griffo. Anyone else who want to change? We are leading, so I might bring on Yeboah for Sergeant and then Michael Luke in place of Hulk, just to protect him. We're winning the game 2-0. We've got another game in a few days against St. Joseph's. We also have to play Lynx and Man 62, so we really want to just make sure we don't lose any players to injury and just continue to win every game, because that's the only way we're going to win the league, is if we win all of our last 5 games. And of course score a lot of goals. That is the key. And just hope that Europa FC drops some points. You never know. We might get lucky. They might drop points in 2 of those last 5 games. They've dropped points in the last 2 league games, so why not? It looks like we might be able to see this one out as well. A 2-0 victory maybe. It's important we don't concede as well. That's be pretty important. And we've not really set the world on fire here, are we? Only one player over a 7.0 rating. That's Isaac Cortez on a 7.3. Apart from that, have we just used our possession a little bit better? We've not really set the world on fire, but we've won, I suppose. We get the 3 points. That's the main thing. Oh, have we won? Yeah, of course. We're going to win now. We're at 89 minutes. Right, so part 1 of 5 looks successful. We've won our first game. We've got one more to come in this episode against St. Joseph's. And there is the win. One more in this episode against St. Joseph's, another important game to win, and then the last 3 games in the next episode. That next episode is going to be massive. That could really define whether we win the league or not. But let's get straight into the match against... Who's the man of the match first? The man of the match was Tristan Sargent with a 7.8. Where did that come from? He wasn't that high a minute ago. Oh, we took him off as a substitute, didn't we? That's probably why. So he played 7.8. So yeah, he did really well. So let's get straight into that game against St. Joseph's. We'll have a quick look and see how Europa FC did as well. Oh my god! I cannot believe that's actually happened. I cannot believe that's actually happened. Lions, the team that were bottom of the league, have just defeated Europa FC. And let that sink in for a second. We have 4 games left and we are leading the league by 1 point. If we win our 4 games, we win the league, no questions asked. This could be massive. It really could be massive. We've got a game against St. Joseph's coming up right now. Then in the next episode, we've got Lynx, Glasses and Man 62. If we win them 4 games, we're guaranteed to win the league and to get a spot in the Champions League. That is huge. I cannot believe our luck on that one. Who's Europa FC got left? So they have got Lynx. No, they've got... Huh? Oh, why don't I keep doing that? I keep doing that. I keep looking at ours instead of theirs. So they have got left. They've got Lincoln Red Imps in the next game. Then they've got Glasses United. Then they've got St. Joseph. So Lincoln Red Imps and St. Joseph are difficult games. Glasses they should win. But why have they only got 3 games left? We've got 4 games left. Huh? I don't know. They must have 3 games. They must have 4 games left. Oh, there we go. It's at the bottom. Lynx. So they've got to play Lincoln Red Imps. That could be a really difficult game for them. Hopefully, if they drop some more points in that one, it could be game set match for them. But let's get straight into our St. Joseph's match. Makes it even more important now to win. And here we have our 3rd and final match of the episode. As you can see, we're sitting pretty top of the table. 1 point ahead of Europa FC. We're favourites to win this match against St. Joseph's as well. And we have made a couple of changes. Not much. We brought McDonald back in goal. Of course, Callum McDonald. Joseph has come back into the left-back position. 26 caps for Gibraltar. Good player. We brought in Stuart Cook at centre-back. He's already played once. He's had his debut. He's one of this year's players brought through from the academy. Looks to be very, very good. So we're going to give him another try here today. Riley keeps his place there. Midfield unchanged. We brought Michael Luke back in place of Cortez. Surely he's going to have to hit form again soon. Surely. So they're just playing the one striker. So we're going to try and cut the striker out of the game as much as we can. That's going to be the key. If we can control the striker, then they're not going to do much to us. So let's tell them passionately we have faith in them. And hopefully that'll make the difference. We need to win here. We've got 4 games left this season. If we win all 4 games, we're guaranteed the championship and a place in the Champions League qualifiers. We might get knocked out in the first round of the qualifiers. Who knows? But just being there is going to boost our reputation. We should get some pretty good gate receipts, get some money in. So it's really important for us. And if we can get through the first round, get into the second round, it's just a money spinner. So that's what our plan is. We need to go forward as far as we possibly can in the competition, build our reputation, and start to build ourselves up as a team as well. Goal difference wise, we're now 4 goals ahead of Europa FC, which is pretty good. No highlights as of yet in this match. Here we go now, 19th minute, but it's them with the ball. Cooper picks it up, plays it back to McDonald. There we go. We're just cutting their striker Manu out of the game as much as we possibly can. McDonald brings the ball forward, plays it out to Riley. Riley sees the space there for Tony Ball. Can Tony Ball exploit the space on the right hand side? He does try and take it past them. And he plays a cross in early, and it's gone to Hulk. And Hulk heads it home. And Europa Point lead 1-0 against St. Joseph's. Hulk's 19th goal of the season. He's been an absolute beast for us. It's almost like having the real Hulk. It's almost like we've swapped him with Zenit St. Petersburg and actually got the real... Does he still play at Zenit St. Petersburg? I think he does, doesn't he? I'm sure he does. But can we keep... We need to keep a hold of this lead. We really need to keep a hold of this lead. We've got a dangerous match against Man 62 coming up, and we've also got... I can't remember who it is now. We've got Lynx and Glasses United, I think. So I'd love to get a second goal here just to ease my fears. But they're coming forward towards us, Westlake. You can see they're pretty... They've got one guy up forward, but he's pretty much out of the game. Monty Griffo gets a hold of that pass, brings it forward, plays it into the centre to Sargent, who is in a yellow card, plays it across to Evans. Evans sees the run of Tony Ball. Tony Ball with a cross. Michael Luke picks it up. Oh, Michael Luke, come on! We know you're a really good player, we just need to see it. Cook with the ball forward. It's headed clear. Perez now heads it forward, but it's only gone as far as Sargent. We're absolutely pinning them back now. It's defence versus attack. We really need to take advantage of this before they change tactics and maybe get back into this one. Sargent across to Evans. Evans sees the space, plays it forward now to Michael Luke. Michael Luke sees the ball into Hulk. Hulk! Oh my God, Hulk! If there was anybody else I want on the end of that, it was you, and you put it over. Deary, deary me. But I still think we can hold on to this. I really do. Europa FC have Lincoln Red Imps coming up as well. That could be a mass again. I think that's the one they're most likely to drop points in, if any game. Frank Evans now plays it back into Monty Griffo. Monty Griffo plays it back to Tristan Sargent. Across to Tony Ball. Michael Luke, is this your moment? It is! Michael Luke has scored! Oh, finally! Finally, Michael Luke has scored. Hopefully that's going to end his goal drought. That might spark him back into life. That really might. And that's... Oh, God. I really want this moment for a long time. Because I think Michael Luke, on paper, might be our best striker. Looking at his attributes. Really good finishing, good composure, good first touch, good heading. He's probably one of our best strikers, if not our best striker. So getting back in the goals is really what I want to see him. And we're winning 2-0 at half-time. I'm very happy. Just keep it up. Score some more goals. I'm going to tell the strikers, you weren't that bad. I'm very happy with your effort in the final third. There we go. It's fired up Michael Luke. Good. Come on, Michael. Score some more goals for us. If we can get Michael Luke and Hulk both knocking goals in, that could guarantee us the league. Riley clears it. We've made some good signings this year. We really have. Michael Luke and Riley, two great players to come in January. As did Joseph as well. Monty Griffo and Sargent, of course, coming in last summer. Some players coming through the youth academy as well. This squad has really developed over the 2 years we've been in charge. And I'm hoping it's going to go further and further, really. And that's what I was saying earlier. I've seen other people do this challenge. And they seem to forget about Gibraltar as a country. They do really well. They get into the Champions League. They win the Champions League. But I've seen some of their squads. There might be like one Gibraltarian player on the bench, if that. And I really want to make sure that Gibraltarian players are growing and improving the national side as well. That's part of my idea for this challenge. I want to enhance Gibraltar as a nation, a footballing nation. Not just club football. Tristan Sargent with the goal. We're 3-0 up. let's think about making some substitutions now then. Morale-wise, is superb. That's fantastic. I think that's because Frank Evans had a word, I think, in everyone's ear to say, look, we're getting close to winning the championship sort of thing. Let's bring on Casquero for Hulk, because we don't want to risk getting Cortez injured. And then maybe Jameson coming on, I think, for Monty Griffo. So Monty Griffo gets the chance to get a bit of a rest. But there you go, it's 3-0. Tristan Sargent's 4th goal of the season. And this could really be great for us, especially if we win the league. It might increase our fan base. It looks like we've got a pretty full stadium here as it is, actually. But if we can win the league, increase our fan base, get more gate receipts in, it's going to help us monetary-wise. And it really could push us forward next year. At the moment, monetary-wise, we're not doing too badly anyway, because... well, we are. We're losing money. But then we'll lose money one month and we'll make money the next. So I think next year we can really make a bit more money. I did have a bit of a mistake with Ashley Riley. I didn't realise that you had to pay... I knew you had to pay compensation, but I completely forgot. So I signed him up and we paid 26.5 grand for him, which wasn't great because we don't have that much money in the bank. So we're in a loss to start with. So yeah, that's something we'll have to address next season. We don't really need to buy any players. The players that I've got coming in already are free transfers, and I don't really know if we need to add anything else to the players we're getting in, unless we really get a boosted reputation. We can bring in some much higher quality players to really guarantee us the league and push us a bit further in the Champions League as well. That's when we might have a better chance. Michael Luke comes back and steals that ball very well, plays it back to Ashley Riley, forward to Tony Ball. We just wasted a bit of time now. Referee's whistle should go any second. Tony Ball plays the big ball forward. And there we go. There goes the whistle. Europa Point win 3-0 over St. Joseph's. And that is a really good result. Tristan Sargent again with the man of the match. He must have... Oh, Frank Evans got man of the match this time. That's really good. He had 10 key passes. That's massive. Massive, that is. Right, so there's the league at the end of this episode with 4 points at the top of the league. Europa FC do have a game in hand on us. I'll have to see how they get on in that one. But yeah, if we can win our next 3 games in the next episode, we win the league. Simple as that. Let's have a look at those 3 games, because I keep forgetting who they're against. They're going to be against Lynx at home. Lynx, I think, are currently bottom of the table, are they? Oh no, they're up in 6th now. Wow. They've built themselves up. Glasses United, who are bottom of the table, aren't they? Yeah, Glasses United are bottom of the table. And then Man 62, the team we have not beaten once yet this season. We keep losing to them. So yeah, 3 massive games coming up. We win all 3, we win the league, no questions asked. We don't win all 3, it's going to be tight, it really is. But yeah, that's going to be next episode, so I hope you have enjoyed this one. Of course, if you have, then be sure to hit that like button. I will try and get the next episode uploaded for you straight away, because, well, I'm going to record it now because I'm so excited to see what happens, so I hope you guys are as well. Of course, if you are, then be sure to subscribe and you'll get a nice little buzz as soon as that video is uploaded. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.